Hello, welcome to Gardening Jeans. Kathy here. Today I'd like to talk about what to do with spent daffodil foliage. Now the daffodils look gorgeous when they're in bloom, but of course the blooms fade and you're left with foliage, and that foliage needs time to gather energy, so it's got to sit there for a while. But how do you stop it from just looking ratty? And I know that I've seen a lot of videos where people go around and they braid their foliage or they tie it up, but if you have a lot of daffodils like I do, I've been planting daffodils for 30 years and I have many hundreds of them scattered around the property. It just isn't practical to go ahead and try to do something like that. So let me show you what I've come up with, what I do, what I've done for many years, and perhaps it will work for you too. So here's an example of what happens to the daffodil foliage. The rain got to it. It's still green, it's still healthy looking in that respect, but it's all fallen over. And this patch happens to be growing right next to daylilies, which will end up covering it eventually, but not quickly enough. So I've gotten in the habit over the years, instead of doing any braiding or pulling it up, trying to tie it up in any way, of just cutting it back by half. I usually wait until the very beginning of June to do this, because I know within about 2 weeks this foliage is going to start turning brown and dying back, and I still want it to have some strength. But by cutting it back by half, it's allowing it to still have a little bit of sunlight, a little strength going to the bulbs, but I don't have this mess like you can see on the right hand of this picture. Now, one thing to remember after you've cut back the daffodil foliage, or while you're cutting it back, you're going to notice that there is some juice, some clear liquid that is exuded from the daffodil foliage as it's being cut. That will eventually dry up and it will be gone in short order. However, that juice can be very irritating to skin, so make sure that if you're going to do this, that you wear gloves. So I hope that you like this tip, and I hope to see you next time on Gardening Jeans.